Hey there, friends. How's it going? Richard here. Hopefully, you're doing well. Wanted to hop on and share some pretty exciting news. Made my day in the world of electric vehicles. So, in the last couple of weeks, I've kind of been keeping my eye out to see what other or new electric vehicles I might be dipping my toes into. Love my Tesla Model 3, but now it's saying with prices being so high for used vehicles, I'm really seriously considering selling the Model 3 and maybe getting something larger or just something different to see what the experience is like. I've got some reservations in with some different companies, and one company in particular that has really piqued my interest is VinFast. If you haven't heard of them already, VinFast is a small but mighty and nimble company out of Vietnam. VinFast in particular really started about 5 years ago. They're part of the Vin Group, which has a whole bunch of different holdings in real estate, medical, and education, more industries in Vietnam. In those last 5 years or since VinFast started, they've grown to be one of the largest automobile manufacturers in Vietnam. They had been producing ICE vehicles, but they're one of the first, and I still think the only ICE vehicle manufacturer that's stated that they're going to convert everything, I think by the end of either this year, 2022, or 2023, to just devoted completely and entirely to manufacturing electric automobiles. So pretty incredible stuff. They're moving really rapidly. Here in the United States, they plan on selling two models by the end of this year. The VF8, which is on the screen, it's a mid-size SUV, and also the VF9, a full-size, like 7-passenger, probably comparable in size to like the BMW X7 or something like that. They've made some pretty interesting waves. First of all, here in the United States, they've got like plans and agreements to construct a $2.4 billion manufacturing complex in North Carolina. Another thing that made waves recently is their battery subscription program, which I'll talk about in a separate video, which is rather interesting. And when you do the math, it's pretty cool to think about what works. But notwithstanding, the reason why I wanted to hop on here today is because I received some very cool news that just made VinFast that much more appealing to me. So as you can see on the screen, got the landing page for the VF8. Starting is 40,700. So far, our plans for the VF8 and also the VF9 are going to be twofold. There's going to be the base or the eco model, and then there's a pro model that costs about $8,000 more, I think, on the VF8. The pro model, if I go down to the bottom, like just generally speaking, up to 292 miles, 402 horsepower. Again, it depends on which configuration you get. But then there's going to be the plus model, which has a lot more features, or some pretty cool features: panoramic sunroof, larger wheels, more horsepower, blah blah blah. And this is, I think, floating around $48,000. In terms of the batteries, VinFast has said that they're going to produce two different batteries. There's like the normal and then the plus, which plus is like $300 more. I really don't understand that pricing. Maybe there's more detail will come up. Notwithstanding, the real thing that really got my interest today. So in terms of the cost, why I really like VinFast so far, although I've never tested the vehicle, I don't know how it's going to drive. I don't even know like the specs of the vehicle. Some things that interest me, like how big is the frunk, because I think there is one. I've seen some video of that. Inside, the interior looks really nice, but hopefully the actual experience is much better. I want about the cargo space, all that kind of stuff. But for $40,700, it's pretty, competitively priced. Almost, it's better than right now the ID.4, which is supposed to be the like humble brag of electric vehicles. If you want like a really nice electric vehicle that does a lot of things really well, to get you from point A to point B without all of the crazy and wild tech, let's say in a Tesla or the Mustang Mach-E, if you're not into that, Audi. I think the Volkswagen ID.4 is designed to be the like mass appeal vehicle. That starts off right now at about $45,000 right now, and then setting aside any government incentives, tax rebates, and whatnot. So the VF8 starts off at $40,700. The Plus model, Plus model, about $48,000. Again, we're going to set aside any government incentives and rebates. But then they also have this monthly battery subscription. When you buy the car for $40,700, you actually have to pay an additional fee to lease the battery. And VinFast has said they've got two different pricing models. It's either going to be a fixed model that runs for the VF8 $110 a month for unlimited miles, or the alternative $35 a month plus then a certain like 11 cents per mile thereafter. And the battery subscription program is really to offload or shift the burden of battery maintenance and replacement, if that's necessary, from the consumer to the company. Problem is that it's, I don't want to say it's rare that batteries fail, but most EV manufacturers include a pretty lengthy warranty, right? So like Tesla, for instance, has an 8-year, off the top of my head, 120,000 mile warranty. So when I thought about this, I thought, wait a minute, I've got to pay the base price, which is, let's say, competitively priced less than an ID.4, but then I got to add on each month this monthly battery lease. Then I've got to also add on charging, because the battery subscription does not include charging. I've come across a couple of articles that kind of conflated the two. The battery subscription program is just to lease the hardware, and I assume it's going to be some kind of software lock that if you don't pay the bill, that they'll lock the car down or something like that. So then I thought about it, man, is this really what I want to do? And because of that math, I thought what my monthly payment on the car note would be, plus then the battery subscription, and then charging. Like, well, then at that, now that I'm doing the math in my head, the ID.4 might come out, might as well just get the ID.4. That was until today, because I received, hopefully I can move this, I received in my mail this, the VinFast Charged Up Program. And it's offering, very simply, they're excited to announce the new VinFast Charged Up Program. When you make your deposit of $200, which is fully refundable and towards the production of your vehicle, you get an option of either a home charger, which is cool, right? Probably like $300 or $400, $500 for a home charger, plus then up to $1,200 towards installation charges. So like you can have that installed at home, or, and like for me, this matters a little more right now than a home charger, 3 years complimentary public charging with an Electrify America. Let's go. And you also get 1 year of complimentary ADAS and whatnot. But the add-on of 3 years of public charging with Electrify America, I think is huge. Like for me right now, I live in an apartment building, no parking, no garage, everything's off-street parking. I have to rely strictly on Tesla superchargers, right? So that's an extra cost. It's better than paying gas, but still it's an extra cost. Now that I know that even the battery leasing program, right? If you pay $110 a month for essentially what comes out to be a battery warranty plus charging for the next 3 years, really, really makes this VinFast program enticing. It just up the ante. Hopefully, I'm pretty confident that VinFast will grandfather this in to everyone who's reserved in the past. I'm hoping so. I mean, I tweeted them about it, but that really changes the game. If you get all the VinFast vehicles are supposed to come with like all-wheel drive, some pretty cool features inside, and then there's differences between the base and the plus, but notwithstanding, this 3 years of Electrify America, or the alternative like installation of a home charger at home, is really, really super dope. So I'm really happy to share this. I'm really excited to see what VinFast comes up with in the coming months. If you're in California, I think this weekend and next weekend they're having some kind of display in California. I forgot where. You can find out more about that elsewhere. But notwithstanding, yeah, I'd love to know what you think about VinFast. I'm really excited. I want to see it in person. I've seen a couple of videos. The tech really looks like they've made advancements. Self-driving, the self-parking, that entire suite looks like they're really catching up pretty quickly with it. And I think it's cool that they have, several, I don't know how many vehicles in Vietnam, but like they have that user base to get feedback off of quickly. And because they're a really, really small company, they can be very nimble about it. So yeah, I'd love to know what you think. Is VinFast on your EV radar? If so, VF8, VF9? If not, why not? What are the drawbacks that you think exist with VinFast? And what do you think about this 3 years of complimentary EA charging? I think that's probably the only other vehicle that I know that has 3 years of EA charging is the ID.4, maybe the Audi e-tron. I don't even know if the Audi e-tron has complimentary charging, probably not. Right, because BMW I think comes with 2 years. Ford Mustang has the Blue Pass thing. So I don't know, 3 years of complimentary public charging for somebody who doesn't have access to a charger is super incredible. Anyways, love to know your thoughts. Drop them in the comments below, and let's see where this goes from here. VinFast, thank you for setting this up. Made my day. And until next time, take care, be well, bye for now.